Hello everyone, welcome back to my main channel. This video is essentially about what I would do if I was starting from nothing and I had nothing being, you have no money, you don't really have a lot of skills, you're unattractive. Life is against you essentially. Like what I would do in order to make it in every single way. This is like your life game plan. You know we're all about strategy on this channel, strategy, psychology, manifestation, whatever. And BTW, I just want to say to that person, you know who you are watching this. You copy every single one of my videos. It's like you wait for me to upload a video so you can just freaking copy it, and you barely change the thumbnail and you barely change the title, you barely change what I'm even saying. You honestly need to make your own content. I can't believe you have such a big audience and you are such a clown. It's crazy. You know who you are. I feel bad for your audience. I really do. Was that a little bit unhinged?
It's what she deserves.
It's what she deserves. It's what she deserves.
Unfortunately, looks matter. You can become pretty. You don't need to be the prettiest per se, but you just need to look good. Literally go watch these videos. Boom, boom, boom. I have so many. First of all, I would hit the gym every single day to get an amazing body. Especially if you're a man, you can have a very bad face, but you can be shredded. Hey, you're still gonna get some attractiveness privilege simply by being shredded. Do you think the average man is shredded? No. Because going to the gym and committing to that and committing to building a fit body is something that's incredibly difficult. The average person does not have discipline for that. So I would hit the gym. Number two, I would get a job, but especially I would go into a job that requires me to learn sales skills. That's going to teach you how to effectively talk to people more. You can also, when you're in a retail job and you're trying to sell to someone, especially commission, get a commission-based job, you can practice on these people every single day. This is the perfect environment to grow your skills. And I always say, if you know psychology and you know how to sell to people, you're always going to be able to make money. So I would go into one of those jobs. If I have social anxiety, fuck it, I'm gonna get over it. You know how you get over social anxiety? By exposing yourself to these situations over and over again. When I was in university, I had really bad social anxiety. I lived on campus at uni and I was on the ground floor, which meant everyone that was walking by was looking into my room. And because of that, I never wanted to leave my apartment, because if I just stepped outside, everyone would be there. So I literally, guys, it would take me 5 hours to leave my apartment, and when I would be shaking. How I got over it, I got a job. I started to work in marketing and I was literally like forced to get outside of my room. And that's how I got over it, and it never came back. Now, while I'm doing a job like this, if I have no money to go to university, and also I don't need to go to university, as in I don't want to become a doctor or a lawyer or a scientist or something that actually requires a university degree, I will ensure that I don't get into debt by going and getting a useless degree, and instead I would take online courses. You can do that for free at a platform like Coursera. You can use Udemy.
It's 7 p.m. Friday, it's 95 degrees.
And I would really master communication and sales using what I learned in these courses in my everyday life through the job I'm doing. Now those are soft skills, okay? Now what are the hard skills? If you just want to make money, I would learn about finance, share trading, investing. You know why? If you're aiming to become a millionaire, you actually need to know what to do with that money. Because if you're financially irresponsible, you're gonna blow through that money, and it doesn't matter that you're a damn millionaire, because you won't be for long, which is why most lottery winners, they get depressed and they become broke, because they go splurge on everything and they're idiots. They can't even manage their own money. You need to have that growth mindset. You need to know what to do with your money, and you need to have the skills for it. And also in a manifestation aspect, that type of money cannot even come into your reality if you are not ready for it. And you can think ready for it, but if you don't know what to do with that money when it comes, you're not ready for it, it's not going to come. The universe is going to keep on testing you and putting you in positions where you need to then get those skills in order to know how to manage the money. So go get other hard skills. Do you want to learn coding, UI, UX design, anything in AI? These are very, very valuable skills. And while you're working this other part-time job, you can also then freelance and sell these skills. But guys, don't spread yourself too thin. You need to focus on one skill at a time. So I would recommend doing a hard skill, learning a hard skill, and also learning a soft skill at the same time. So if I were you, I would be reading a bunch of books on communication, on sales, on psychology, and at the same time, I would then be learning my other hard skill. But don't forget, these skills need to align, okay? If you want to be, you know, you want to work at Microsoft, you want to do something in coding, you actually don't need to have good communication skills. You don't. Like, you can be a mute. Then what are you gonna do? You've learnt your hard skill. You don't wait and apply to a bunch of jobs. You build your own portfolio, you do work for free. This is what I did. A little bit about my law. I've touched on it sometimes. When I was in high school, I was in tech startups from a very early age, and I was getting offered all of these positions literally by the time I was 16 because of that and my portfolio that I had built through experience and just going and doing things myself instead of waiting around. These jobs would then start to come for me. And even more so, guys, we're in the era of social media now. If I were you and I was working for myself, I would start posting everything on TikTok, on Instagram, learning everything I can about branding as well and marketing so that I can sell myself online. Not OnlyFans, sell my services online. The way I'm just giving you life strategy right now, like, bitch, who else is out here thinking like this? There is a reason I am me. Let's say when we make our first $1,000, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna go on a shopping spree. No, you're not. I'm gonna invest all of that into the stock market. No, you're not. Have you seen those interviews with any billionaire, any millionaire? Warren Buffett, what do I do with my first $1,000? You invest it back into you. Books, courses, education. You are your biggest asset. You are the money maker. You are the money maker. So even if that means, yeah, I want to go become more beautiful, I want to get some filler, I want to fix an insecurity because that's going to make me more confident and directly translate into me making more money, cause pretty privilege or confidence, simply aura, magnetism, then go and do that. But that first 1K should be directly into you. Even the first 10K, honestly, it should be back into you. Back into you can also mean back into your business. I would also build up my circle like crazy. I wish I did this at an earlier age. When I was, like 18 to 22 in university, I was a hermit. I mean, yeah, I had social anxiety. I felt deeply misunderstood by the world. I never wanted to go outside, and I would just stay indoors all the time. And I would actually avoid meeting new people actively because I was just scared of feeling misunderstood. University is where you can make so many connections. Like, one of my friends, he ended up working for this billionaire by the time he was 22, like right-hand man of this billionaire, because he became friends with this professor who then introduced him to one of his classmates who was then the daughter of this billionaire. And she was like, oh, my dad would really like you. University is like one of the only places where it's so easy to network, and you have all of these social clubs as well. You need to take advantage of this. If you're not in university, then take advantage of social media, LinkedIn, going to meetups in real life. No one likes networking. We all hate it. We all hate it. But guess what? Sometimes we got to do the things we don't like in order to get the results that we do like. And that's the difference between a winner and a loser. The mindset of a winner, they're going to do whatever it takes to get the results they want. A loser is going to make every excuse and be like, oh, this is too hard. I don't really want to do that. I'm only going to do what makes me happy. Guess what? You're going to be happy one day if you do what you don't want to do right now. Something my mom ingrained in me from a very early age was, do what you don't want to do today so tomorrow you can do what you want to do. You know, it took me so long to blow up on YouTube, and this was in the era, 2016 to 2019, where there wasn't a lot of content like there is on today saying, oh, this is like what you should do to blow up. We had none of that. It was through my own trial and error. And every single video, imagine you put your heart and soul and blood, sweat, tears, and you go, this is a video that's going to take me to the top. And it gets like 1 view. And you have to do that again until one day, hopefully, you blow up. And I did that. And I would write these notes to myself. You can watch this video. And I'd be like, Simone, one day you're going to get there. And one day, when you get there, you're going to be able to live, whatever life I envisioned at the time, which is the life I have now. I did what I didn't want to do back then, so I can do what I want to do today. And you can do the same. So I would build my circle up. So you're looking for a partner and you're on all of these dating apps and it's not working out for you. My biggest tip is that you're going to find the most high quality people, the most like-minded people in your circle. The bigger your circle, the higher chance you have of actually meeting your partner. Birds of a feather flock together. Like-minded people will always be around one another. I look at my circle and all of my female friends, they are such unicorns. Birds of a feather flock together. Beautiful, look like models, successful, humble, like gorgeous, and they all struggle with dating. And then I think about all the men I know and I'm like, damn, if I actually thought you were a great guy, I could introduce you to my female friends, but I'm not gonna do that. I would also learn more languages if I had the time. This is such a huge asset to have, like simply being bilingual. If I was feeling depressed, I would get a therapist. This is not an ad either. But truly think about, everything is an investment, right? We get an ROI on everything. So if you're trying to save money on a therapist or anything that's going to elevate you, you're actually just losing money in the long term. Because if you're depressed, you can't even go and do all these things I'm talking about. Like your brain and your body is not going to allow you to do that. You need to get some external help. And then once you can, you know, lift this sadness off of you, that is when you can go and achieve what you want. And I'm not talking it out of my ass here, considering half of this year I was more depressed than I have ever been in my entire life. And guess what? I got myself out of it 2 times. I was so depressed, you guys. And sometimes you don't even realize it until you look back. I was reading my messages with my friends and I was like so miserable. And yeah, everything I was doing then, couldn't do that now because of that depression. Because of how I felt. I went through multiple therapists and yes, they helped, but a lot of it is going to be you and your environment. For me, you know, it was a combination of my father's death. It was also moving to Dubai and just not feeling like a home here. So when I actually started to drive and like go out and actively not stay home, this is a big one, stop staying at home, actually get out, then I became happier again. Gratitude is such a big one. I find it difficult to just be like, oh, I'm so grateful for the roof over my head, because that's something you take for granted, right? I like to frame it in another way, and I have a video on this where I say, the universe is hugging me. I'm so grateful the universe is hugging me. And then I think about all the ways that I'm being shown love by the universe, and it makes me feel so warm. And it's like really small things. How lucky am I that I have the time to like cook a meal for myself today? You can find the joy in such little things. How lucky am I that the sky is so beautiful today? You need to find the joy in the little things. I would not listen to people who don't understand my vision and who are puppets of the world, of the matrix. I would not listen to people who have small mindsets. I would not listen to social media, and I would surround myself only with people who I want to be like. Your circle would drag you down. Your circle is going to make or break you. Disappearing for 6 months. That's like so dramatic. Find balance. Find balance, people. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Ich liebe dich. Tschüss.
Fear love, shout of dogs forever. Do the stronger for you. Norman Rockwell. No high under, it's just me and you. I got you on my list. Baddest bitch of the neighborhood kids. Some no baby kiss. You're in the eye, I like the fire, and as the summer fades away, nothing I can say. You right, I tour, we make it work. You're beautiful and I'm insane. We're American made. Give me Hallmark, wandering under one lover. Make me happy and blue. Norman Rockwell. No high under, I'll cover you, right? It's just me and you. Oh God, it's you on my list. It's me, a little kind of speech on the street with the neighborhood kids. Signing off, they think you're in the yard. I like the fire as the summer fades away. Do you think we can say you're right? I do, we make it work. American made. Oh yeah, signing off, bang kiss. Oh yeah. Signing off, bang kiss. Oh God, miss you on my lips. Gives me a little kind of speech on the street with the neighborhood kids. Signing off, bang kiss. Yeah. Signing off, bang kiss. Yeah. You should go over. Hanging around on. Need you coming over. Oh God, it's on my lips. It's me, a little Venice bitch. Touch me with your fingertips. It's me, a little Venice bitch. Back in the garden, we're getting high now because we're older. In the love of the diamonds, veterans and a clover. Whoa, 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 whatever, everything, ever. Whoa, 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 whatever, everything, ever. Whoa, 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 whatever, everything, ever. Whoa, whoa, whatever. Me, myself, I like diamonds, veterans and a clover. Over and over, honey. Over and over, honey. Over and over, honey. Over and over, honey. If you were mine, I'd be jealous of your love. If you were mine, I'd be jealous of your love. If you were mine, I'd be jealous of your love.